Yeah, I haven't done any of that shit. Hey there, I'm Only Juggling, and on this episode, we throw a log on a fire, give a man a beer, and tell a lady to fuck off. We return to you at the lowliest of lows with 35 quests completed, 32 collection logs, and 9 combat achievements while we do some LMS in the background. Following on from last episode, we cooked a lot of the noted fish we had from Temperos, took my horrible inventory and did some clues, managing to bag a black gilded kite shield, one of my favourite armours in the game. And also managed to grab a couple of random event uniques, a camo helmet, bottoms, zombie gloves, and the zombie trousers, followed by Hespori seed. Which brings little OJ to Hesidius. Now I have a few reasons why I want to get favour here. Starting off ploughing the fields, which is all you can do at 0% favour. My first reason is that I would like to get green graceful. And the second reason is that at 100% favour, you get a disease-free herb patch, which will be quite invaluable for me, given the amount of seeds that I'm going to get from Wintertodt while I'm there. I'll be able to plant a lot of those herbs and just make sure that they never die. And I'm not going to bore you with the footage of ploughing or doing the compost, which is the method that I did up to, I think it was like 40%. But then I did the Depths of Despair mini quest, which gives you a teleport to Hesidius and a little bit more favour. And I'm taking a little bit of a break from doing this and jumping into Mahogany Homes. So Mahogany Homes is a pretty iron-friendly construction minigame. First need to speak to Amy, located here in Falador, and she'll give you your first contract. Following that, you can get contracts from other NPCs around Gillinor, listed on screen here. Anyway, we'll do this for a little bit with our noted Temperos planks. A pie? We don't want a pie. Finished up building a cape rack, servant's money bag, got 60 agility and some extra marks of grace, and then got the last of the favour I needed in the Hesidius kitchens. Making these pizzas and stews was painful. And now we have green graceful. Just looks so good. Every quest in RuneScape seems to be giving people beers and just getting them drunk. But we did this so we don't have to pay the fee at the toll gate every time we want to go to Alcarid. Now we are in the Rogue's Den. We're going to get the full Rogue's outfit, starting with the mask. You can't have anything on you or any worn items while you're doing the Rogue's Den minigame, so I have to walk down to the house and store this in the wardrobe before I can go get another piece. Do you ever right-click randoms just to see their names? As you can see, you do fail occasionally, which after a few hours becomes pretty frustrating. I think it took me somewhere around the 30-35 goes to get the trousers, boots, and gloves for the full outfit. And on the way over to Artie, managed to pick myself up an extra 2 collection log slots. And at the end of the last video, I promised you that I would show you a way to double your money. Now, I hope you didn't think that it was like doubling multi-million-dollar cash stacks, but if I pickpocket this guy here with none of the Rogue's outfit on, I get 30 GP. Now, if I put the Rogue's outfit on, the full outfit, mind you, and I attempt to pickpocket him again, see if it goes this time. Nope. Third time lucky. Let's focus. There we go. So I get 30 GP in the inventory. And if I open this pouch, I get another 30 GP. Doubled your money. There you go. And I'm too poor. Need to pick this up. Not really sure when I'm going to be able to use this, but yeah, handy. Alright, before we go to Wintertodt, pet the dog for good luck. Nothing. And I've finally brought myself to the prison. Starting with a CA, 5kc. And 10kc with 58 firemaking. And opening my first loot. Well, that was abysmal. Let's try again, see if we can get anything out of these crates. Not off to a good start. Hey! First unique, Torch. And then another. What do you know? There's some burnt pages. It's my second unique. Been doing quite a few solos lately. It's kind of where the bulk of my construction XP seems to be coming from. In the mass games, you can get away without having a hammer. But in these, it's kind of pretty much all you do for the first fair bit of it. You repair the braziers, light them when they go out. I got 60 agility earlier, so I could actually do the full loop here. And then you kind of aim to get got down to about 10 to 15% health. Doesn't do a ton of damage to you there, and if you've got all your warm items on with my 12 HP, only take 1 damage. So that's the reason why I've been focusing on keeping my HP low up until now. And when you open these crates, you used to have the exact number of inventory spaces free, but now it just drops on the ground. So this is what it looks like. And that looks like a whole lot of nothing. Somewhere along the line, I've clearly lost a recording because I'm wearing the Pyromancer top here, but I don't have any footage of it. So here's a collection log for you. And I needed to use a farming boost, but here we have my first fruit tree. And pretty much after every crate opening, I go to Clan Wars and then Lumbridge up to Edgeville and process anything like smelting the ores, fletching the logs, cutting gems, etc. And then sell it to the general store for a little bit of cash. And occasionally we see weird things like either very dedicated people or bot farms. I'll guess the rest of these are a waste of my time as well. Yep. We have done quite a lot of KC without any uniques, so hopefully we can get one here. Whoa! Hey! That's actually really handy. This is voiceover OJ here. I do apologize for the chopping and changing of the size. This was before I worked out that I can just fix my rune light. But here's 2 more collection log slots. I think there's zombie boots and a shirt or something. When I'm at work, I do need something AFK to do. I've obviously been into the Camdozel mines before to get my Kando hammer. But we're going to grab this Addy pick. We're going to head back there and try and pick up the rest of the collection log slots and get some mining experience. As usual, all XP lamps go to Herblore. Well, that didn't take too long. Oh, and another hammer.
Another one.
I've locked myself into taking the mystery box with this guy every single time. See if we can get the stale baguette. No way! No way! I'm starting to believe that there's some, like, YouTuber luck going on with this account, because, that's ridiculous. And another ancient ledger. Getting close to being done here now, actually, I think. And, yeah, with that one, I believe that's all of the stuff I can get without hit points XP. Yeah, the Baronite Guard comes from golems, which you can pretty much only kill with combat. So we're done. I'm going to put my baguette in this here box. And in what becomes a theme for the rest of this video, I do absolutely anything, including all of these annoying quests to avoid going back to Wintertodt. It just has to be done. Ah, finally. Another unique. I haven't shown every opening, but I've done a lot of solos and opened up a lot of crates, and we've finally got another piece of the outfit. And now that I've finished in Camdozel, going for the big fish in my AFK time, starting with the big bass here, and still doing anything to avoid Wintertodt. Managed to fish myself another collection log, which turned into more questing to avoid going back to prison. And there is the big bass. We are moving on to the next big fish, which I have no idea what that is actually. The big swordfish, that is what we're moving on to. This guy's watching me like he's going to steal my clue. This took an embarrassingly long time to get to Fossil Island. I hate this quest so much. It's entirely worth it though for the early game hunter level dopamine. We get 4 levels from 4 houses. Nothing from these crates, but my computer has been randomly taking my files, moving them to the recycle bin, and then when I clear it, not even looking, I delete stuff. So at some point I've gone and got a seed box and a rune pouch here. And I gave up on getting the big swordfish, so this is my AFK activity now. Okay, perhaps I went a little too AFK and got killed by a bear. And farming all the tree seeds I get from prison has been getting me some decent farming levels as well. And I have still been here. Here's proof, 90 Firemaking. Managed to snag myself 2 random event clogs, an easy clue, and a medium clue clog, which actually is part of a clue step, I believe, so can store that in the house. Big halfway mark with 92. And there's a dupe Tome of Fire, and another. Ah, finally another piece of the outfit. We are so close to being done. Here is a little KC update and what the log currently looks like. Somewhere along the line, must have got the boots and lost that footage as well, because there they are. Let's open these here for good luck. Come on, Phoenix Pet. Ugh. 74 farming. That right there is what we want, the Phoenix Pet. But if we don't get it, we'll have to have a montage. Which we do. Let's roll it. And we're back. We're back. And we are. Yo! That was a really bad pun. Anyway. Oh my fucking god. Wait. 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 What's going on there? I'm at work. I was like, of course, I'm not going to record. I just got 5 crates. I'm just going to open those. I get a pet. I get the goddamn pet. I do not need to stay. No, Wintertodt is a boss. My brain isn't working. I do not need to stay at Wintertodt post 99. Oh. I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. That I'll get from DKs. You know, unless I get it before 99. The luck. It's not going to happen. There's so much relief. Good chat. So, as my time at Wintertodt is coming to an end here, as you can see, we do not have much experience to go. I'm going to reflect back on what my thoughts are of this minigame. And it's that I fucking hate it. I hate Wintertodt so much. It has been nearly a year since I last did an upload. No, not nearly a year. It's been over a year since I last did an upload. And that has pretty much been because I've either been doing everything that I possibly can to avoid doing Wintertodt, or just straight up will not log in because I'm burnt out. Having to do this grind pre having hit points HP, hit points XP is really, really frustrating. So I do welcome, at the time of recording this, the changes for Pole 82 have been announced, so I do really welcome those. It's a very bittersweet feeling. It would have made a huge difference for me as a UIM, having the potions that you can use for food, having the damage scale based off warmth rather than HP, and then probably one of the more handy things, especially as a UIM, is permit style for not having to sacrifice inventory space for crates. As sometimes I'll come in here with 8 food and I'll leave with 8 to 10 crates. So it's like this constant juggle of inventory space and having to be paying more and more attention as the game goes on to make sure that I get the points. Right, we are off for the last KC. Which will be in exactly 72%. Okay, now we're going in for the last KC. It's the last one. I'm so excited. Alright, we're going to just go and AFK over here. Do we turn Entity Hider off? Yes, we do. There we go. There we go. Oh, look at the mass exodus. Oh, that feels so good. That's so good. We're done. We're done at Wintertodt. And it's a boss. I do this every time. Look at that. Look at that! I probably should have been storing these before. I would have got these pants ages ago, but I didn't think of it until later, so... Just missing out on the Dragon Axe, but we will get them from Dagonoth Kings later. It won't be too long before we're there. 559 KC. I'm going to call that a green log. We're done. We are done. So, next steps on the account. Now that we are 99. I'm going to go buy my skill cape, just because I can. Complete the full drip. From there, I'm going to plant all of these seeds, get as much experience as I can from those. Then I'm going to get as much cooking experience as I can get from all of these. For the time being, I'm not going to be holding on to any of these food, including the sharks. I can't be bothered death piling them. From there, I'm going to use as many of these herbs as I can. I won't really be saving any of the potions. And then to finish up, we're going to do some Mahogany Homes, if I can tolerate converting these noted logs into planks, because I want to get my construction up so I can build some really good quality of life upgrades in the player-owned house. And then we move on to the next part of this account, which, if I must say so, is a pretty wild strat. Anyway, peace out.